Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello students, so after completing the first problem, let's move to the problem number 2, which is based on PAQ form. So here we have to find out the value of P and Q and the rank of a matrix, and I'm going to show you how to get it in the best way. So here we have to find out the value of P and Q, where A is given as a matrix of order 3 by 4. So it has 3 rows and 4 columns, and we have to find out P and Q by reducing this matrix A to the normal form, and also we have to find out rank of this matrix. So guys, we have done the similar problem in the previous video, but now in this problem you can see that the order of a matrix is different. So here I'll write down it is 3 by 4 order, 3 rows and 4 columns. So that is why the solution will differ a little bit. So let's see how to do that. So accordingly, whenever we want to find out the PAQ form, we assume the A as identity matrix into A into identity matrix. So the order of first identity matrix is similar to the number of rows of this given matrix or the matrix A. So here it is 3. So this will be the identity matrix of order 3. And since the number of columns are 4, the order of this identity matrix will be 4. So guys, A is I3, A, I4. Now we'll substitute the values. So value of A is So guys, here I have substituted all the values. So this is the identity matrix of order 3 and this is of order 4. Now, to get the value of P and Q, we will reduce this left hand side matrix A to the normal form by doing row and column transformations. And whenever we'll do the row transformation, we'll perform the same row transformation on this first matrix. And whenever we'll do the column transformation, we'll do the same column transformation on the second matrix. So by doing that, these two matrices will change and we'll get P here and Q here. So that is called as PAQ form. So let's start. So guys, to convert this into the normal form, we have to bring 0 in the first column and 0 in the first row. This one will remain as it is. So to get zeros over here, we'll do R2 minus 2 times R1 and R3 minus R1. So let's see what we get. So guys, here R2 minus 2 times R1 will give us 0 over here. Here we'll get minus 1. Here we'll get minus 1. And here we'll get minus 3. So now guys, if we'll do R3 minus R1, let's see what we get. So 1 minus 1, 0, 3 minus 2, 1, here 1 and here 3. So now, since we did the row transformation, we'll perform the same row transformation on the first matrix. So first matrix has first row as 1, 0, 0, which will remain same. Now we'll do R2 minus 2 times R1. So here we'll get minus 2, 1 and 0. Then we'll do R3 minus R1, we'll get minus 1, 0 and 1. And guys, the second matrix will remain as it is. Now, here we got 0. Now we'll bring 0 in the first row. So for that, we'll do the column transformation. So guys, here we'll say by doing C2 minus 2 times C1, so we'll get 0 here. C3 minus 3 times C1, we'll get 0 here. And C4 minus 2 times C1. And since this is a column transformation, we'll perform the same column transformation on the second matrix, and first matrix will remain as it is. So let's see what we get. So first column as it is, Here we'll get 0 minus 1 minus 1, again 0 minus 1 minus 1, and 0 minus 3 and 3. So guys, here these two values are positive 1. Next, first matrix as it is. Now here we'll change. So first column will remain as it is. Then we'll perform C2 minus 2 times C1. By that we'll get minus 2, 1, 0, 0. Then we'll do this operation, we'll get minus 3, 0, 1, 0. And by this operation we'll get minus 2, 0, 0, 1. Next guys, here we will add this row number 2 in row number 3. By that we will get 0 in the row number 3. So here I'll say by R3 plus R2. Now guys, since we are doing the row transformation, we'll perform the same row transformation on the first matrix. So guys, this is the first matrix. So here, by adding this R3 in R2, here we'll get minus 3, here we'll get 1 and 1. Remaining 2 rows as it is. So guys, here I have not touched this second matrix. So we have done the same row transformation on the first matrix. Now after that, to convert this into the normal form, we have to bring 0 here and 1 over here. So for that, what we'll do is, I will multiply this column number 3 by 3 and then we'll subtract it from column number 4. So here I'll say, and to bring 0 over here, we'll subtract column number 2 from column number 3. So we'll write here so guys, we'll get now, since we are doing the column transformation, we will not touch this first matrix. We'll perform the same column transformation on the second matrix. So accordingly, first we'll do C4 minus 3 times C3. So C4 will change. So 3 times of this is minus 9. If we subtract it from here, we'll get 7. So 7. Then 0. Here we'll get minus 3 and 1 as it is. Next we'll do C3 minus C2. So this is C2. So minus 3 minus 2, that is minus 1. Here we'll get minus 1, 1 and 0. And now guys, the last step, here we'll multiply this row by minus 1, or you can multiply this column by minus 1 to bring 1 over here. So here I'll say by minus 1 into R2. So we'll get now I'll perform the same row transformation on the first matrix. And this column matrix will remain as it is. Now guys, you can see here that I have converted this left hand side matrix in the normal form. So here we have the identity matrix of order 2, and therefore the rank of matrix A is 2. Also, we have converted this in a PAQ form. So this matrix denotes P and this matrix denotes Q. So as asked in the question, we have got the value of P and Q and we got the rank of the given matrix. So I'm sure you understood the explanation. So just do the same solving in the examination to get the full marks. and keep following the videos, because in the next video I'm gonna cover one more numerical based on PAQ form. Thank you very much.